It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello everybody, Ernie Johnson here on 2K Sports alongside Shaq and Kenny the Jet. The playoff picture coming into focus, but still a handful of games yet to be played. Shaq, go ahead. We'll watch the Charlotte Hornets in this one as they go up against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, they're right in the middle of the playoff pack at 5th place in the Eastern Conference. Their postseason plans starting to crystallize. Miles Turner in action tonight. 11th pick in the 2015 draft. Hard to believe he fell out of the top 10 given how well he's played in his young career. Just what makes him one of the top young big men in the league, Jet.
Well, he's very mobile for a player of his height. I mean, this guy's mobile, agile, and versatile. He's got all the tiles.
You know, he has a natural sizz-off tiz-utch on the shiz-out, and that's rare for a big mizan.
No diz out.
Kevin Hizarlin standing by with the call.
You speak the language. I like it.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A beautiful look at downtown Charlotte, North Carolina, the Queen City, where we're coming to you today. Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side are analysts Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. From the sideline, we'll have the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a bit. 10 games back from the top spot. They're still jockeying for position.
And this should be fun, guys. They see this team a lot, 4 times during the regular season. And so far, they split the first 2. So they seem pretty evenly matched. A chance to build some confidence with the win tonight.
Both games featured adjustments from both sides. Different outcome, obviously. So this should be an interesting strategic battle.
And a good-looking matchup in the backcourt tonight. Doris, you were somewhat of a pure point guard yourself in college basketball. Do you feel there's a lot less separation these days between the point guard and the off guard?
Well, we've talked about this on any number of occasions, Kevin, the positionless basketball that we seem to be trending toward. And certainly the one-guard position in this day and age needs to be a scoring position. I think you've got to be a threat regardless of the position you play. So I would say, yes, it's accurate to a certain degree.
That means a lot coming from a person that played so well. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Young and Turner up front. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward position. Now here's Walker. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Pacers on defense. Back to Batum for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Batum's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And it's sent back by Howard. But they'll get another chance. Yep, it counts.
Well, Kevin, you love the determination, right? Miles Turner effectively getting to the window and getting another opportunity.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I got a chance to talk to Steve Clifford a little bit. He said a key to this game would be to play within themselves on offense. Keep moving the ball like they do when they're playing well. Play unselfishly. And we'll see if that's enough to put them up 2-1 in this season series. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the report, David. So the goal is to come out early and get their shooters into a good rhythm right away.
And of course, that's always a goal. But the meaning behind it is that he wants them to play good, smart basketball, not taking too many chances.
Right. You've got to be able to use plenty of screens, not let players start to go one-on-one and try to do this thing individually. Run your sets, get the best shooters their shots.
There's Williams with the three. They get it back.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Here's Oladipo. A beautiful reverse layup. Oladipo's got 6.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovic showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
The 15-footer. Charlotte no good that time either.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And Oladipo has some parts of his game that needs work, but he is certainly terrific on the big finish.
Yeah, I mean, he's got longer arms than you would think for a player of his size, and the overall physical skill set, there's no doubt about it. You know, you look at his ability to just stay floating in the air for that extra moment when he's in attack mode, and this is a young man that still has his best basketball ahead of him.
The first one falls.
Well, the versatility of Victor Oladipo is fantastic. This is a clever guard who plays his heart out on both ends of the floor.
Oladipo hits them both. For so long, the Hornets have been one of the most disciplined teams, Greg, in the NBA.
Yeah, you look at how this team takes care of the ball, and from the first guy to the last, it says something about how much pride they take in that. Minimizing turnovers goes a long way in terms of winning games. It's been a part of the basketball culture with the Hornets for quite some time.
The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Nicholas Batum. And the Pacers operating in a smaller market, some cost restraints for this franchise.
Right, this is not a team that can pay the luxury tax. It's not necessarily a free agent destination either. Those are challenges, but they have remained very competitive over the years.
Both free throws good from Batum.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Here's Walker. Thaddeus Young picking up that last basket. Walker's shot is off, and it's the Pacers' ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Here's Oladipo. Good work there as it goes. Oladipo's got 10 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's his first foul. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Batum against Oladipo. Williams a screen. 4 on the clock. Batum wide open. He fires. They get a hand on it. Pacers leading by 9. The 10-footer. Here's Oladipo. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. He's got 12.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
I think, Greg, everyone played their role so well, and I loved how aggressive the guys off the bench were in that one.
Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Howard.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Shoots from the baseline. No good on that one. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Raptors.
And no matter how well you defend, when you shoot that poorly, it's going to be a very difficult challenge for you to get a win.
Yeah, I thought too many hard shots. I don't know whether it was a question of strategy or if guys were just unwilling to work for something better.
Collison against Walker.
And so far, having trouble converting on the inside.
Charlotte, no good that time either. Here's Collison. That shot, no good. Walker with some nice D. Hornets trail by 11. Shoots the three. And it's Walker again missing. Here's Indiana now. They're on a 16-5 run here. Here's Oladipo. Here's Turner. Good D by Howard.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
Charlotte moving the ball around. Turner comes with a double team. Howard kicks to Walker. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Walker's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Hornets. Count that one. Turner's got his second basket of the game.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Turner with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it. Collison for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second-chance buckets.
Over in the corner, Williams. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Oladipo with the ball, and Batum picks him up defensively. Oladipo misses.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, now you're going to have to tone down the level of aggressiveness on the defensive end. That's his second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
Now, here's Walker. He's coming off a 13-point game against Orlando. And Nate McMillan with a solid track record as head coach in Seattle and Portland before taking over the Indiana Pacers.
Well, think about it. Before this job, 12 seasons, all coaching in the Northwest. And that goes along with 12 seasons as a player, all with the Sonics. He actually earned the nickname Mr. Sonic for almost 2 decades in Seattle.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Kid Gilchrist.
A real struggle to shoot the ball in that first quarter.
No good there with the step-back J. Here's Oladipo. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's foul number 2 for him. Hornets trail by 13.
Ouch. 3 fouls for him already, and now if you're the coach, you got to think about sitting him down.
The Hornets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Walker. And so Walker nails both of them. Pacers leading by 11. Here's Collison. Good D by Howard.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
Walker with a clean look. Bangs home the trifecta. Walker's got 8 points.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker,
that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Charlotte calls timeout. There's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively, drew a lot of fouls in that game.
Two things are a product of that. One, you shoot a ton of freebies. Two, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those two things is going to work.
Doris, we have so many bigs that are playmakers, even though their position doesn't say they really should fall in that category. But we do have a lot of guys that can pass, that have size, and operate down low. Who, in your opinion, tend to be some of those names under the radar?
Well, I go to Marc Gasol, who is an all-star center in the NBA, but what his value is, he's increasingly become comfortable with a guy who they want to take 15 to 20 shots a game. But the beauty of Marc Gasol is the unselfish nature of his game. You can stick Marc at the elbow, enter the ball through him, and you know something good is going to happen. He's going to make the right pass. He's going to lead to the pass that leads to the pass that leads to the score, or he can get his own offense. I think for me, maybe the under-radar guy in terms of playmaking have to be Marc Gasol.
Joseph, he's checked in for Oladipo.
And here's a look at the stats for Walker. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. He's putting up about 21 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Agreed. A lot of guys in this league would be very happy with that stat line, but this guy is the real deal. He is built for more.
Now, here's Walker. 8 points for him. Howard with it. Kid Gilchrist with it. Picked up by Collison. Turner with the steal. Now the Pacers moving it up. Collison with the ball. Shoots over Walker. Goes back up. And Turner with the lay-in. Turner's got 8 points.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
Some changes for Charlotte. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Howard. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Williams. And it's Lamb in there for Nicholas Batum. Now here's Lamb. He had 16 points in the win against Orlando. Turner with the steal. By himself. And it's Turner finishing it off.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they've wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
Commanding respect, Kevin. Willie goes up strong and reaps the rewards.
Good. Collison's got his second bucket of the game to go.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Walker the pass to Hernan Gomez. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Walker. No good from outside.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Here's Collison. And again, it's Indiana converting.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Inside, here's Hernan Gomez. Second shot opportunity. No good. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Shots good by Turner. 12 points for him.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Got a piece of it. And now Collison pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's good, 2 points. Collison's got 9.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And again, Indiana running the floor. And finished off by Collison.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
Really just sheer dominance, going into enemy territory and flat out taking over this one.
Here's Walker, following the score by Indiana. And the Hornets miss again.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Shots good from Young.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Lamb. Doris, you were born in New York, became the first female analyst to ever call a Knicks game. Talk about the emotions that night, having traveled that incredible journey.
You know, Kev, it was both magical and nerve-wracking. You know, I grew up a Knicks fan when there was a healthy Bernard King, and the league had absolutely nothing for him when he was doing work on the low post. Hubie Brown was an idol of mine. But it was also nerve-wracking to be the first woman to sit in Clyde Frazier's seat. It was sort of awe-inspiring and a ton of fun.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
They set the pick, and Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Hornets have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Pacers leading by 22. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Stolen by Robinson. Here's Joseph. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Pacers.
And their guards have been the difference makers. This lead wouldn't be nearly as big as it is if it wasn't for that backcourt. Those guys have been running wild.
First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Stone. 1:39 left to play here in the first. Makes it off the glass.
I'll tell you, it was the sharp passing that led to that shot. Terrific teamwork.
Stevenson drives in. And the shot is long. Charlotte shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Out to the right wing. Now here's Lamb. Tight defense on him. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Monk. And he starts out with the miss in this one.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
The steal. Lamb with the ball. Picked up by Joseph. Here's Stone. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
Here's Booker.
Oh! Look at that.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And, guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
And it's the Pacers' ball. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
I'll tell you, it's very clear that Trevor Booker is a powerful player. It's going to take more than that to change his shot.
There's the double team with Joseph. Here's Kaminsky, using his post move to get the 2 points. Kaminsky's got his first basket.
That's an example of great communication. He knows the spot to get to, and the pass is waiting for him.
Monk dishes to Stone. There's the screen. Pass to Lamb. The 3. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Indiana finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball, this is my passion. On the court, it's my sanctuary. I want to have fun. The reason I play is to win championships, and I take this game very seriously.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Pacers team out there.
Hustling on that offensive glass. That's led to a number of second-chance points.
I don't think the defense has been very good, and right now they're letting them pounce all over them and get second-chance opportunities.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Pacers, we've got Lance Stevenson. Robinson is out there with Corey Joseph. Then it's Turner. And it's Booker in at the 4 spot. And Indiana shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. Tries from 10. Stevenson can't hit. Charlotte shooting 28%, a rocky performance for them offensively. And a wide open look for Lamb. It's rebounded by Indiana. Here's Booker. Rebounded by Kaminsky. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Shot from the inbound, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Frank Kaminsky picks one up. Doris, you've watched the game of basketball develop over the years, but it seems like over the past 5 seasons, there's been a real shift in what is considered a good shot. Talk about that if you could.
Well, there was a moment in last year's finals where Steph Curry is leading a transition opportunity where it's a 3-on-2, and normally you are taught, go get a layup. Well, Steph had Kevin Durant in front of him, and instead of passing to KD, he stops and shoots a pull-up 3. The three-pointer and playing with pace are the most extreme differences in this year's NBA.
The pull-up 3 really took a lot of focus, I thought, this past playoff season, didn't you?
Oh, I agree. And it's incredible the freedom that these guys have to go ahead and pull the trigger. Now, whether that's analytics-based, Kevin, or whether it's just the skill level changing of the players, that's an interesting question.
Mm-hmm. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Stone. There's the pick. Feeds to Monk. Fires for 3. Pacers with the rebound. Turner's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Boy, guys, such a rare combination, right? A great shot blocker who can also make threes. And if you think back to that 2015 draft, 3 kinds of those players entered the league. Karl Anthony Towns, Kristaps Porzingis, and this guy, Miles Turner.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw, no good. Can you talk to us about a stretch 5? Miles Turner already a knockdown shooter from long range.
Well, it's incredible at his size to be that smooth, that quick, and that high with his release. Your eyes are not lying. That's a 7-footer with a gorgeous shooting stroke.
Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Corey Joseph. And he sinks the second.
Well, to me, this franchise has got to be thrilled and excited about the upside Miles Turner has. He's a hard-nosed player who wants to be great, Kevin.
Now here's Lamb. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Turner comes with a double team. Stone kicks to Hernangomez. Over Stevenson. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Hernangomez has got his second basket.
Well, the young Spaniard, Willie, a good finisher around the rim.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Stone passes to Monk. To the paint, here's Hernangomez. An easy 2 points on the layup. Hernangomez has got 6.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
Boy, nice feed, leading him into some space. A nice catch on the run, too. Wow.
Now here's Lamb. Charlotte calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
Some changes for Charlotte. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Hernangomez. Williams comes in for Kaminsky. And it's Batum in for Jeremy Lamb. Here's Stone. Monk dishes to Howard. 3-pointer. Not going to go that time. So the Pacers will take it the other way. And it's Turner off the drive. The shot, no good. Charlotte's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Monk kicks to Batum. Poked loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Oladipo. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. He's putting up about 21 points per and 5 assists. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
I think defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed, Greg. And that's why he's his team's leading scorer.
Here's Williams. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. 5 to shoot. Howard setting the pick for Batum. And he's good on the 3-ball. Batum's got 8. Here's Turner, and it's Turner finishing it off.
And what I love about Oladipo, he does such a great job playing within the context of the offense. If you're open, he will find you.
Knocked away. Turner with the steal. Here's Oladipo, and it's sent back by Howard. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Stone. That's tipped. And Oladipo, here we go.
We know Oladipo is one of the quickest guys in the game. He is devastating on the drive.
Here's Monk. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
For Charlotte, they have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
You know, Dwight Howard wants an MVP caliber performer, but age and injuries now affecting him. Still, tremendous, I believe, at rebounding and defending the rim.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Charlotte. Walker comes in for Stone. Indiana also making some changes. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Bogdanovich comes in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Collison in for Robinson. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And one of those lunch pail players, you love him, Greg, Trevor Booker out of Clemson.
Just hard-nosed, gets on the glass, and although only 6'8", he gets off his feet quickly. A terrific leaper and just one of those ultra-competitive guys.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, I think you have to like the skill set of Trevor Booker. This is a guy who knows his role well and plays within himself. He's shown himself to be a capable big guy.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And Marvin Williams, for a long while, had been viewed as a tweener. You know, a player who was stuck somewhere, Greg, between the small and power forward positions.
Yeah, and for a lot of players, that is plenty to get you minutes. I mean, Williams has improved on his defense here later in his career, and hey, he's shot more threes, and it's really become a weapon for him over the course of his career.
Here's Booker, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Over Howard. Again, the miss by Booker. Outside, Walker pass to Batum. Screen by Howard. It's stolen by Oladipo. For the finish. And then Oladipo with the jam.
Well, we know Oladipo is an elite dunker, one of the most creative guys when he's at the rim.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. It's stolen by Oladipo. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Guys, with the Hornets' length and mobility at the 2 through 4 positions, the team switches a lot defensively. Coach Steve Clifford said, "You have to deal with mismatches at times, but it makes defense simpler. With those guys, they're all big enough, strong enough, and competitive enough that they're going to battle." Kevin?
And having that kind of versatility on defense is huge. D.A., thank you so much. Hands of the ball out of bounds. Collison touched it last.
And here's a look at some numbers for Howard. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. 3rd in rebounding, 11th in blocks. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And as you said, one of the league's top 3 rebounders. He has an instinct for how the shot's going to come off that rim. That's special. And the want-to corral it. Count that bucket. Howard's got 5 points in the quarter.
And really, there's no reason why Howard can't at least be boxed out. When he comes up with these rebounds, it's night-night for the defense. And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Well, I think they're getting quality shots, and it's thanks to how aggressive they have been in this half.
Here's Young, and Young slams it home.
Oh, my goodness, a sensational athlete. Go ahead, Thaddeus Young.
Hornets have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Walker with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Walker's shot is off. Indiana controlling the game. And Thaddeus Young again. Young's got 10 points.
Boy, masterful work from Thaddeus Young. He's got such tremendous length down there.
And Young comes over to help. There's Walker with the 3, and the 3-ball is good. 11 points in the game.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
And it's sent back by Howard.
And he's led the league in block shots on multiple occasions, and Howard's still a presence down low. Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
And Walker kicks to Batum. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And it only takes a little effort on behalf of Howard to rise up for the flush, using that size and strength to jam it down.
Bucket is good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And now a chance to take a look at the shot chart for the Pacers.
And this is what happens when you are having a tremendous offensive game. They are getting great looks and knocking down shots all over the floor. I don't think we're going to see them deviate from this approach from here on out. They've got the recipe for success.
Tipped away. Batum against Oladipo. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo. Corey Joseph's checked in for Indiana. Batum inside the three-point line. And a miss there off the inbound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
Knocks it loose. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Howard. From 12 feet out. Williams passes to Howard. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Pull-up jumper. Goes back up. Joseph, that's good. Joseph's got 6.
Yeah, second chance points. Gotta love the way they attack the offensive glass there, even with a huge lead.
I'll tell you, Greg, there's no let-up in how they play. They want to dominate every aspect, and that includes second chance points.
And how about the excellent court vision, just keeping the defense off balance?
I'll tell you, Greg, his passing has been absolutely outstanding. He is threading the needle right now.
And so here's Charlotte, following the score by Indiana. Doubled by Collison. Howard can't hit.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Yeah, bottom line, more boards means more possessions, and that's how you build a lead.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Batum. The Pacers making the shot. The dish to Howard. He's looking for Williams.
Oh! Goodness.
Wow.
They are still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Here's Bogdanovich. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Inside, outside for Batum. Charlotte moving the ball around. Screen by Howard. Kid Gilchrist dishes to Howard. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Howard's got 9 points in the quarter.
And this is where Howard can be dominant. In close, his physical advantages then can take over. You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Now, here's Walker. 11 points in the game. The feed to Howard. And there's the 3-second violation. And now look at the point guards who have been taking matters into their own hands this past month. These are the top scorers at their position. In the third spot, Kemba Walker.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
You know, they truly are. Whether it's one-on-one situations or staying within that team framework, that is a gifted group offensively. And you know, you said it. Their ability to put up big points from the one guard spot is what really sets them apart.
Charlotte has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And Batum kicks to Walker. Drains it from beyond the arc. Walker's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Hornets.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Well, don't you love how Young doesn't settle, right? He's going to get right into the teeth of defense on that dribble drive.
There's the screen. Screen by Howard. Walker with it. Picked up by Collison. Batum inside the three-point line. Another shot. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
The Hornets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Williams. Monk comes in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Julian Stone subbed in for Walker. Indiana also making some changes. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Trevor Booker. Lance Stevenson comes in for Bogdanovich. Robinson is subbed in for Darren Collison. That one misses for Howard.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's good basketball. You have to get a little creative against the big man, but I love his initiative.
Knocks it loose. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And becoming impatient, that's not how you're going to catch up.
Really, that's unacceptable. Patience is paramount when you're trying to cut the lead, and they didn't have it there.
8 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Monk. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Indiana out in front, running away with this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. We saw Miles Turner lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 19 points, 5 steals, and 2 assists. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
One of the best draft picks we've seen in a while. Miles Turner at number 11 overall. Has a high, quick release on his jumper, and he's been building more strength in his legs so he can fight for better position on the block. Then on the other end, using that 7'4" wingspan to reject an insane amount of shots.
And big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, Ernie. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they could forget about a comeback.
That's it for halftime. Glad you could join us, as now we send you back to the action for the start of the third quarter.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. A fantastic game from Miles Turner in this one.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change, he's got a double-double.
I'll tell you, he took over the game in that first half, Greg. They really have got to find a way to slow this guy down.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Walker and Batum teaming up in the backcourt. Inside, Williams at the 4, Howard in the middle. And it's Kid Gilchrist in at the 3. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half.
Boy, Miles Turner out of the University of Texas, hook 'em horns, the number 11 pick back in 2015. He now looks like a foundational piece for the Pacers.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Bogdanovich missing his last shot. Shoots over Turner, and that one comes up a bit short. Of course, you look back on that 2015 draft, hard to argue that Turner shouldn't have gone higher.
Yeah, I think it was the unusual running style. There were some concerns that it might predispose him to injury. The Pacers training staff actually found a muscular imbalance, so they helped him strengthen certain areas and correct that issue.
Now Walker following the three-point attempt by Dwight Howard. Over in the corner, Batum cans it from downtown. Batum's got 11.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Collison. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. For Charlotte, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And Walker kicks to Batum. Another miss by Batum.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The shot by Turner, no good. Charlotte's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Bogdanovich against Kid Gilchrist. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And when you look at Kid Gilchrist, and he is certainly known for his ability to defend and attack the rim. He's a terrific athlete, and he uses that athleticism on both sides of the floor, and just the prototype when you look at that hybrid forward position.
Two.
And the first one drops. And you look at the size and game of Kid Gilchrist, he is the opposite of what most GMs look for in that 3 spot. But Greg, he makes it work.
Yeah, I mean, most teams want a tall 3 that can stretch the floor. Kid Gilchrist isn't that, but still gets playing time because he's effective when on the floor. If you play defense like he does, you're going to find a way to get on the floor.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Boy, too much traffic in the lane. Very difficult finish with the defense draped all over him.
And the foul on Victor Oladipo. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Turner with the steal.
His turnovers haven't helped their cause. It's almost as if he's playing for the other team. And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And as great as Nicholas Batum is, the one issue he's dealt with, Greg, his entire career is staying consistent during games.
And with his skill set, it is hard for Batum to be completely absent. He can play, though, too passively at times when you know what he's capable of, and he's at his best when he is active and aggressive.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. That one misses.
Tough start to the second half, just 1 from 5. Wow.
And Thaddeus Young he's got a unique offensive skill set. I mean, he really is able to score over bigger players with just an array of little hooks and floaters and off-balance shots in the lane.
Batum with another miss. The Pacers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. That one good for 2. 26 points for Victor Oladipo.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And Greg, at about 6'8", what is it that enables Young to finish so well inside?
I think it's more finesse than power. Not a lot of free throws for him, but he can get his shot off quickly before the shot blockers have time to gather.
Turner passes to Young, and Young with the stuff.
I'll tell you, this game belongs to Thaddeus Young right now. He is getting great looks at the bucket.
Charlotte's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Williams with a clean look. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got 3 assists in the game. And Young, here we go. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, the league is finally catching up with Thaddeus Young. 6'8", 220 pounds. He was a small ball power forward before that was in vogue. Now he's kind of the perfect fit.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Thaddeus Young. And over the course of his career, Young more of a slasher than a shooter, Doris, at the power forward position.
Right. The southpaw has a very quick first step. And the last few seasons, though, starting to add that three-point shot. That will make him more effective.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Over in the corner, Williams. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And it's Turner off the drive.
Well, Kevin, how about the quick feet of Miles Turner? His ability to move around the rim makes it hard to stay in front of him.
Charlotte has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Walker dishes to Howard. Outside, Batum. Back to Howard. Charlotte moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Walker. Over Collison. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, can't find the target, but good work to get into open space inside the arc.
A quick shot there, and it's off target. Charlotte shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. There's Walker with the 3. Here's Howard. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that's just inexcusable. All they had to do was box him out. You learn a lesson the hard way in that instance.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Batum against Oladipo. Charlotte shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Turner comes with the double team. Turner with the steal. And Turner with a clear path to the rack. And it's Turner finishing it off.
How about that? He's 7 feet tall. And Miles Turner, because of that ability to move in any direction at any moment, is a big-time problem inside.
And here are the Hornets now, following the score by Indiana. Williams, a screen on Collison. Here's Howard, and Howard with the stuff.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it.
Here's Walker, following the score by Miles Turner. Walker with it, picked up by Collison. Williams for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. And that's 11 points for Williams.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
The Hornets have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Poked away. Doubled by Collison. Puts it up from 12. Misses off the right iron. Pacers shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. Here's Young. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Young's got 22.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And Walker kicks to Williams. And another 3 for Charlotte.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Well, how about the vertical of Miles Turner? I mean, my goodness gracious, the ferocity with which he attacks the cup.
For Charlotte, they've gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Oladipo, left side. From down in the low post, it goes. Oladipo's got 10 points here in the second half. Charlotte shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Oladipo against Batum. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's his 5th foul. Some changes for Charlotte. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Marvin Williams. And it's Lamb in there for Nicholas Batum. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Indiana. Corey Joseph comes in for Darren Collison. And so it's Charlotte with it. Outside, Walker. 5 on the clock. 3-pointer. No good from Lamb. Now the Pacers with it. And the Pacers still looking for their first NBA title, but 3 titles, as we know, for the franchise in their ABA days.
How about in 9 seasons with the ABA, they made the finals 5 times. Now, granted, there were only about 10 teams in the league, but that's still pretty impressive.
Here's Lamb after the made shot from Victor Oladipo. No good from Howard. Young with the ball. Kaminsky's there. Young's shot is off. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Let's now take a moment to view the league's leading rebounders. In the 3rd spot, Dwight Howard.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Hernangomez is checked in for Howard. Monk comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's Stone in for Kemba Walker.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Now, here's Monk. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Oh, with determination, Kevin. Key characteristic when you watch Willie play.
Hernangomez has gone 4 of 6 from the floor here tonight. Shots good by Turner.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And Lamb kicks to Hernangomez. Now, here's Monk. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. He feeds it to Stone. And stolen by Booker. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Here's Stone. Down low. Kaminsky plays it up and banks it in. Kaminsky's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Really well done on that assist. He sees the target inside and puts it right into the hands.
A moment here to see some numbers for Joseph. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Turner. Here's Stone. To the inside. And stolen by Booker. Here's Turner. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Now that's where they want to go with the ball. They can tolerate a few misses as long as he gets his touches inside.
The finish. And it's slammed in by Turner.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Stolen by Joseph. And it's slammed in by Turner.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Stone. He kicks to Lamb. There's the double team with Joseph. Charlotte moving it around. And there's Monk on the assist by Kaminsky.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
And for the Hornets, they're shooting not great, 40% for the game. Turner with the steal. 1:10 left in the third quarter. They get it back. Stevenson. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Stevenson's got 8.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now here's Kaminsky. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
The stupendous finish in traffic. Turner's got 41.
Boy, this guy has had a major impact on this game. The scoring he has done has propelled them to this lead.
34 seconds left to play here in the third. Turner with the steal. For the finish. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Costly there. Just a loss of focus leads to the ball going the other way.
Well, he simply wasn't paying attention. Coughed it up. Got to be more assertive and strong with the basketball.
Here's Lamb following the score by Indiana. Turner with the steal. All alone, and it's Turner finishing it off.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
Ball's knocked loose. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Turner's got 47 points.
Yeah, Miles Turner can carve space. Don't let that lean frame fool you. He can get inside and score deep.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Pacers running away with it. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Young is out there with Robinson. Then there's Al Jefferson. Then it's Lance Stevenson, and it's Leaf in at the 4. Hey, Doris, on the subject of league expansion, Commissioner Silver has said that 30 teams feels about right at this point. How long do you think it's going to be before we add another franchise or two to the NBA?
Right, let me just say that I completely concur with Commissioner Silver. The last thing we want to see when the NBA is at its peak in popularity is expansion that might dilute some of the competitiveness that we want to see happen. The bigger question right now is these super team issues. Are we at a point where there is such disparity between the best teams in the league and the worst? Let's address that first, and then we can look at expansion down the road.
So you do not like the super team aspect that we're beginning to see formulate it from time to time?
I don't necessarily want to say that. I think the jury is still out, Kevin. We have to see how the next 2 or 3 years plays out as it relates to both Cleveland and Golden State. I think there was a period in the 80s where it felt like it was the Lakers and the Celtics every year. Let's not overreact, but certainly let's not add teams before we make sure we are where we need to be from competitiveness standpoint.
One shot. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Passes it to Monk. To the middle. Here's Hernan Gomez. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Boy, nice team basketball being played right there. You see the open man, and you deliver the ball right away.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
So it's the Hornets now, following the score by Indiana. This is DeMonk. The pass to Kaminsky. And finished off by Kaminsky.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Here's Robinson. Drops in the layup for 2.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Charlotte shooting for the game at 42%. To the left wing. Hernan Gomez passes to Kaminsky. He dishes it to Monk. Charlotte moving the ball around. Page, no good. And Indiana shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. Jefferson with it. Now guarded by Kaminsky. Jefferson's shot is off. Hornets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Page, defended by Young. Page, no good. Now Young. From 17 feet out and off the front iron, and in it goes. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Here's Page. Back to Hernan Gomez. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Yeah, sets the screen. You see Willie with the strong base and the toughness to hold his position.
Here's Young. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Kicks it to Monk. Lets it go with a 3. Al Jefferson grabs the miss. The Pacers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. To the inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, Kev, quick to the punch. Good anticipation by Willie, that time owning the offensive glass.
Robinson down low, and that one is off. Puts up a 3. Jefferson with the rebound. And All-Star Week, a fan favorite certainly, Doris. We all love it as broadcasters, as fans. But are there any changes you'd like to make in any event or the weekend overall?
Well, I think one thing that would be fascinating to me is to see the best players, for instance, the Klay Thompsons, the Steph Currys, those people, the best shooters in the league, participate in that particular three-point contest. Think back to Larry Bird when he walked in the locker room and said, who's coming in second tonight? Like, those are great. We can't get enough of our stars. I'd like to see the stars have to participate in at least one event, Kev.
Good thoughts. Charlotte's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Page. Down low. Stone kicks to Hernan Gomez. Page. Charlotte again missing. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Jefferson gets the bucket.
Well, his entire career, Al Jefferson has been a high percentage scorer. He is so good at establishing deep position.
To the left side wing. Hernan Gomez passes to Monk. And the Hornets miss again.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Jefferson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Down low, looking to end the run, and it's good on the way in. Hernan Gomez has got 10 points in just the second half.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Here's Leaf. Yes, that goes in.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Stone. And Robinson comes to help. Now, here's Monk. He's guarded by Stevenson. And here we go. Leaf heading to the basket. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Leaf's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And we talk about this a lot. Turnovers leading to transition points.
Right, they're making it easy for the opposition. You can't afford to cough the ball up like that.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Pass to Stone. Just 5 on the clock. And All-Star Week, a fan favorite certainly. But Doris, I've heard you say on more than one occasion you'd love to see a 3-on-3 competition.
Kevin, I think if you're trying to learn the game of basketball, putting yourself in a situation to play 3-on-3 is one of the greatest ways you can develop your game. One, it teaches you how to pass and cut, right? You cannot be effective in a 3-on-3 game unless you understand how to screen for somebody, how to set yourself up to come off of a screen. The shorter dynamic of the 3-on-3 in a half-court environment is one of the best ways to learn how to play the game of basketball.
I love that analysis. That's terrific. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. And the call will be against Hernan Gomez. And that'll be his third foul so far. The Pacers making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. The Pacers shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. And finished off by Jefferson.
But Kevin, Al Jefferson not known as a dunker, but what he is known for is finishing around the bucket as he does there.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Here's Stone. Clock at 6. Pass to Page.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Another shot.
Well, that's just simply suffocating defense. Jefferson extending his arms, taking space away from the shooter.
Got that one up quick.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Got a piece of it. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's covered closely. Count the basket.
Well, I'll tell you, the defense can't stop that. Bogdanovich with the ridiculous delivery.
Over to the wing. Here's Monk. A second chance effort. No look there. Miss number 3 against 12 tries. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Leafs got the ball. And again, it's Indiana.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, and the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
Doubled by Bogdanovich. They get a hand on it. Here we go, 1-on-1. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Stone, guarded by Robinson. And here we go, Leaf heading to the basket. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
That one a little long.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Nothing they're doing on the defensive end is working. They've got to figure something out, and fast.
Here's Page, following the score by Indiana. And the Hornets miss again. And Indiana shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. Charlotte shooting has been wayward so far, only 37% from the floor. To the wing right side. And again, Indiana running the floor. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Well, typically speaking, transition points are high percentage looks. Get out and go, that's their philosophy.
And the Hornets with possession here. The Pacers making the shot. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Feeds to Stone. There's the pick. Just 5 to shoot. Trying to get back on track. And Jefferson sends it back.
I love to see a little nasty from Al Jefferson on the defensive end. Uses his length well right there.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Page. Jefferson with the double team. And here is Hernan Gomez. Here's Monk. They get it again. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Al Jefferson.
Well, we call this, Kevin, high IQ and good instincts for the game. And these things Willie relies on to succeed at this level.
Two.
That free throw missing. Doris, we know coaches need to win to keep their jobs. However, they need great players to win, which falls on the shoulders of a general manager. So why are more coaches fired for poor team performance than GMs, you think?
You know, I think what's fascinating to me, and this is a supposition I've heard other broadcasters talk about, which I believe should be instituted. Instead of just showing the coach's record on national broadcast, why don't we include the record of the GM? Because the coaches are not ultimately responsible unless they're responsible for both jobs, which we do see on occasion. But to me, the general manager has a significant role to the win-loss record, and both should be included.
And maybe when the owner says, hey, I'll pick the coach, it doesn't affect you, but if you pick the coach, you're tied with that coach. You're joined at the hip.
Great point. Great point.
And here's the break. Jumps up, and Jefferson throws it down.
And the steal then right into the fast break. Great awareness.
Yes, intercepted the ball in stride. Turnovers like this are devastating to the opposition.
Jefferson with the double team. Monk with the ball. Hernan Gomez. Pacers with the rebound. Leafs got his fourth rebound in this one.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pacers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous two games with.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Miles Turner.
Boy, I think you could pick about any area of this basketball game and feel like he excelled in it. He was a dominant figure at both ends of the floor and finishes with a triple-double. What an unbelievable performance.
Charlotte making a switch here. Kaminsky's checked in, and the Pacers call time here. They lead. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Miles Turner.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And with the playoffs on the horizon, he'll be looking to stay in peak form as long as he can. 55 seconds left in the game. They set the pick. Stone. Here's Hernan Gomez. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
Well, so rewarding for a player to beat everybody to the basketball and convert that second chance bucket.
And so here's Charlotte. Here's Stone. And the pass to Page. Over Young. They get the rebound. Goes back up. Here's Kaminsky. Here's Hernan Gomez. Missed it. Even after all those chances. And Indiana can just let the clock run down here. Here's Robinson. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Here's Page. Stolen by Robinson. From deep. Off target with that shot. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Victor. You've been really playing well on offense of late. What's going right for you at that end of the floor?
Patience, man, experience, belief, faith, all the above, man. Just coming out here working on my game. I'm just going to continue to keep growing, continue to keep staying close to my teammates, continue to keep working hard, and continue to keep getting better.
That is a crowded locker room with all those things in there. Thanks, Victor. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.